My name is Sakurako Matsushima. She introduced me, I'm professor at Utsunomiya University in Japan, and I'm director of Asian Lacquer Craft Exchange Research Project. And then also, I'm lacquer artist. I make objects and body ornaments using natural lacquer, urushi. Urushi is the Japanese word, the natural lacquer. Let me introduce a little bit about my artwork. This is some of my artwork. Wearable lacquer objects that are made using kanshitsu and various decoration techniques. Kanshitsu is often translated as dry lacquer. It is cloth and covered with urushi lacquer. When it hardens, the cloth keeps its shape. It's light and then flexible and any shape you can make. These are another kind of work is exhibit in downstairs, the main hall. Please take a look later. Okay, previous speaker, Mr. Chow, already discussed about distribution of lacquer trees. Anyway, there are 3 main species of lacquer trees, all native to Asia. Yep. And what these trees have in common is that their sap contains resins that when hardened is called natural lacquer, urushi. It is one of the first materials used by early humans. This is not just paint. Urushi lacquer sap, when exposed to air and humidity, polymerizes to form a hard and durable substance. Urushi lacquer is in fact a natural plastic. It's not just a paint. Okay, so this video is how urushi lacquer sap is collected. This is Northeast Japan, using special knife and then cut the urushi bark. And you see right side, little bit white lacquer urushi sap coming out. And then using a spatula, and then collect lacquer sap one by one, drop and drop. Okay. Oh, these are urushi centers all over Japan. While, like everywhere else, urushi culture is declining. But the awareness of urushi arts and crafts is still part of Japan's cultural heritage. Uses of urushi lacquer, I would like to talk about. First, adhesive. Urushi is a strong adhesive. It's bind to almost anything. These are some of the materials that can be used with urushi lacquer: wood, cloth, paper, bamboo, metal, ceramics, even plastic. Urushi can be applied to just about any surface. Second, reinforce and protect. Once hard, urushi strengthens, protects, and waterproofs coated objects. For example, a bamboo basket will last many years if coated with lacquer, right? Here, these are lacquer plate, basket, and then bowls. Shan State in Myanmar and in northern Thailand, as you know, right? Okay. And then a third, form and shape. by adding rice glue and clay powder and sawdust wood powder to thicken it. And urushi lacquer can be shaped into decorative objects. For example, kanshitsu technique, that's my artwork. I use this technique. Coating cloth with urushi also gives form and shape. Any shape can be made using kanshitsu technique. Even big Buddha statue, that is Gifu Prefecture in Japan, 13-meter high big Buddha, and of course, lacquerware, tableware, and then a contemporary artist object, all using cloth and lacquer. Okay, last one is decoration. Urushi lacquer can be dyed black, red, brown, or yellow, even pink and violet, adding a color, adding pigments, and then any color can be applied. And gold leaf or powder is used to decorate objects. In addition, various types of shell inlay is used to enrich the beauty of objects. These are urushi lacquer decoration in Japan. Yeah, and kinma, raden, shell inlay, chinkin, engraving technique, kawarinuri, and hyomon, and rankaku is eggshell inlay, and makie. Actually, this afternoon I am going to have a workshop, a makie technique. In particular, makie has developed as a technique used unique to Japan. Of course, learning these techniques requires years of training. Okay. Now, I'm going to talk about why Japan is synonymous with lacquer culture. The strength of Japanese urushi arts and crafts is that these three aspects of urushi culture still exist, are strong and vibrant. We feel that urushi enable temples, shrines, and objects. By applying urushi to important items, we are showing our respect for the items. Therefore, craftsmen have focused on urushi, using urushi to explore beauty and expression. This is Nikko Toshogu Shrine. Maybe some of you visited, yes? Not far from my university. Many shrines and temples are very old. Urushi is used to both protect and decorate these wooden structures. We feel using urushi makes religious objects more spiritual in nature. Okay, because of our heritage, urushi craftsmen focus on developing high levels of technical skill to create beautiful urushi objects. And we preserve and hand down these skills to new generations. Making urushi work is a time-consuming, meditative process. In an increasingly hurried and fast-paced modern world, urushi artisans and artists continue to use traditional methods and techniques in the pursuit of beauty and pursuit of skill. There are urushi crafts for daily use. The chopsticks, miso bowls, sake cups, lunchbox, and plates. People still use them, but today, urushi tableware is mostly used for special occasions. This lacquerware created by contemporary craft artists using traditional decorative techniques. Of course, these skills takes years to practice to perfect. Beautiful boxes using traditional techniques. These are beautiful urushi boxes with shell inlay by Miyoshi Kagari, my friend. She uses different shells and colors and textures to express landscapes. These are camellia flower shapes cup using kanshitsu and makie technique by Noguchi Yoko. Beautiful. Now, let's talk about urushi arts, the emergence of modern expressive fine arts out of traditional urushi craft. Let's look back again at this traditional style decorative lacquerware. Okay, this is a plate. Please look closely. This is actually my teacher's work, Professor Masumura, National Living Heritage. It's perfect gradation urushi coating. Is this art or craft? What do you think? I believe that very, very high quality craft can also be art. Is this craft or art? Okay, let's look at expressive urushi arts. These are contemporary artist artwork. Okay. This is Kurimoto Natsuki's work, Prayer. It's a 1.5 meter tall, created also using kanshitsu technique. It's a beautiful sculpture. It is art. This is Inami Jun's work. He used Southeast Asian Buddhist aesthetic to create artwork. Beautiful gradation, black to red. This is also Inami's artwork. These artworks were created using techniques developed over centuries by highly skilled urushi artisans. Plus, the creative imagination and an artistic aesthetic of this contemporary artist. More creative urushi artwork by young artists. This is also. This is quite 2 meter big, all these kanshitsu using cross and urushi. More expressive artwork. These are my former students' work. You are free to create any shape. Even motorbike is artist created and decorated using urushi lacquer. Okay, the strength of Japanese urushi arts and crafts is that these 3 aspects of urushi culture still exist, are still strong and vibrant. However, the Urushi arts are declining, even in Japan. Young people do not know much about Urushi. I'm concerned about the decline in artist skills, and some materials and tools no longer exist. The use of artificial material is also causing the decline of traditional lacquer arts. I believe that educating the public to be more aware of their heritage and culture is an important step in preserving lacquer arts and crafts. Therefore, about 20 years ago, I began a lacquer exchange education program in Pagan, Myanmar. By holding lectures and demonstrations, we introduced Japanese lacquer techniques and aesthetics to the Bagan lacquer community. Our goal was to offer new ideas and new directions in order to strengthen lacquer culture in the Pagan community. So our Asian Lacquer Craft Exchange research project, we believe that lacquer art is an important Asian cultural heritage. Our goal is to promote natural lacquer arts, crafts, industry, and education throughout Asia. We do this by bringing artists, artisans, educators, designers, and scientists together for seminar, workshop, and art exhibitions. Then, since 2011, not only in Myanmar, programs have been held in Luang Prabang, Laos, Chiang Mai, Hanoi, Bagan, Yangon, and Siem Reap, as well as in Tokyo. And this year, in March, we had in Chiang Mai again. Yeah, and then the project continues to this day. And then I appreciate having a talk in Ayutthaya today. Thank you very much. Yes.
ありがとうございます Professor Sakurako Matsushima for your wonderful presentation.
Please, a little bit more.
Sure,
Okay.
you can go.
Yeah, earlier we noted the importance of spiritual belief is supporting a society's heritage and traditions. These beliefs are part of our cultures. Skills and techniques are passed down from the generation to another. Expressive Urushi arts are the bringing together of artists' inspiration with the age-old skills necessary to create artwork. For Urushi cultures to continue and again to thrive, there's all three of these components need to be present: spiritual aspects, strong traditions, and skills, as well as the inspiration to create. Natural lacquer culture needs all these components in order to flourish. Our projects focus on public education, increasing the awareness of our culture. Our project learned that this by itself is not enough. Artisans community with a high level of technical skill is also necessary for the contribution and preservation of lacquer culture. Okay, lacquer has the power to beguile and bring together people fascinated by this marvelous substance. Thank you very much.